money, then you'll be all alone. You'll be all alone. I'll take and I'll take till you have nothing to give. When I'm finished with you, you'll be lucky to live. He's telling you this. He's telling you. But yet some people will still follow him. When I'm finished with you, you'll be lucky to live. If you try me once, be warned. This is no game. If given the chance, I'll drive you insane. That's the devil. I'll drive you crazy. And some of you may have experienced that in your life. If you ever messed around with him, you have. That's the devil talking. He's telling you what he's going to do. He's telling you. This is what he does. So he's telling you. But yet some still going to follow him. And you know better. The nightmares I'll give you while lying in bed, the voices you hear from inside your head, the sweats, the shakes, the visions you'll see, I want you to know they're all gifts from me. When you got all these problems going on in your life, let the Lord handle it. Let the Lord handle it. Take them to him in prayer. He'll straighten it all out. That's his jobs. If you want to know what the sweats and the shakes you see, I want you to know they're all gifts from me. But then it's too late. And you'll know in your heart that you are mine. And we shall not part. You'll regret you tried me. They always do. But you came to me. I didn't come to you. You accepted him. He just puts stuff out there. If you partake of it, that's your problem. You knew this would happen. Many times you were told, but you challenged my power and you chose to be bold. You challenged the devil. You cannot handle him. You got to let God do that. You could have said no and just walked away. If you could live that day over, now what would you say? You can turn around and change direction. But it will have to be a total commitment to God. That's what I love about your pastors here. They're totally committed. That's why this church is still here, being a beacon of hope. I remember, is the lighthouse still on the roof or is that gone? We put that lighthouse on the roof. I'll never forget. I said, we need to do something different. And my daughter actually wrote a song, The Lighthouse on the Rooftop. I still got it. If you want a copy, I'll give it to you. Yeah. My daughter, I called her on the phone in California. I'd write me a song about a lighthouse on the rooftop. We went and found one up north there someplace. I forget where we got that lighthouse. But we put it on the roof and hooked a light in it, and the beacon goes around and around and around. And I don't know who I was talking to out in front of the church one day. It was dark, and they said, you see how that beacon's hitting that upper bedroom right over there? And they were drug people over there. Now, I'm telling you straight up, the house is torn down. You own it. I'm the church stuff. But now that lot over there, the beacon was going right up in that bedroom on the second floor. And they said, we don't have to get a complaint. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I hope when that thing does, he's getting ready to shoot his arm with that needle of heroin or whatever he's putting in there. I hope the light hits him and blinds him and he drops the needle. That's right. Leave that light alone. Church owns that property now. Church owns all that property over there now in the Bradley Center. And this is a church that didn't have 5 cents. Didn't have no money. None. I mean, zero. I remember the old pastor's wife who was our treasurer. We was growing and we was going to start Sunday school. And we started Sunday school on January the 7th of 96, I guess it'd be. January 1st, 1996, we started our first Sunday school class. And it snowed like it did a couple of weeks ago. We had a bad snow. And we drove from Steubenville up here. And I remember the pastor's wife, she's come to me. She was our treasurer at the time. We didn't have no money much, and we was having church every night. We had something going on every day. And she said, Pastor, what do you want me to do with the gas bill? I said, well, what about it? She said it was $150. I said, okay, what's the problem? She said, our gas bill never was no more than $30. I said, but we're here every day. You didn't come but once a week. We're here every day. I tell you what I want you to do with it. I want you to pay that $150, whether the money's there or not. Write a check, pay the bill, and then go to praying that our gas bill goes to $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $800. Pray the bill gets so high you just have a heart attack. Because then we're having church, and souls are being won to God's kingdom. And that's the way I feel about it. Your pastor feels the same way. I know him. Let me tell you something, folks. Time is getting short. You need to win one for Jesus. If you know the Lord is your Savior, you need to win one. Could have said no and just walked away if you could do it over. Now what would you say?